Welcome back to the Business Ignite podcast, where we light the fire for business growth and marketing success. Your hosts, Ethan Walker and Samantha Reed, bring you the latest trends, expert insights, and actionable strategies to fuel your business journey. Let's ignite your potential.
Welcome back, everyone, to the deep dive. You know how much we love digging into the stuff that really makes a difference in business and today? It's all about branding.
Branding, huh? Everyone thinks they know what it is.
Right. And we're going to figure out what it really is together. We're diving deep with an article from 95 Visual. They're the branding gurus who call themselves, get this, the map that leads to more customer action.
Love that. I'm ready to see where this map leads.
Me too, because this deep dive is all about why you are a walking, talking brand, whether you realize it or not.
Okay, that got my attention. You got me. I'm hooked.
The article jumps right in and tackles this misconception we all have, thinking a brand is just a logo.
Oh, I've definitely been guilty of that.
Haven't we all? But 95 Visual sets us straight. They say logos are like faces in a crowd, right? They help us recognize someone, but they don't tell us who they are. Your brand is that whole personality, that gut feeling people get when they see your face out in the world.
It's like you can recognize someone's face, but you don't really know them until you've interacted with them, you know?
Exactly. And that's what we're talking about here. It's not just a visual thing, it's this whole feeling you get. So think about a brand you love, one you're crazy loyal to. It's more than just their logo or even their product, isn't it?
It's the whole experience, for sure.
Right. It's like, for me, when I see that Apple logo, I immediately think sleek, easy to use, maybe a little aspirational even.
See, that right there,
Yeah.
That's the magic of a strong brand.
Yeah.
That immediate, I know what to expect feeling.
And the article doesn't just say, hey, strong brands are important. It gives us 4 solid benefits. And these aren't just for the big dogs either. Whether you're running your own show, freelancing, or just thinking about your career, this stuff matters a lot.
It's the secret sauce, for sure. And what I really like is how 95 Visual connects these benefits back to the real world. Like, what does this actually look like for businesses and for us as people?
Totally. They bring it down to earth.
So should we break down these 4 benefits? Starting with recognition. Recognition. Seems kind of obvious, right?
Well, it's more than just knowing a logo when you see it.
True.
It's about instant association. Like you see that logo and boom,
Yeah.
a wave of thoughts, expectation.
The brand hurricane.
Yeah, kind of like when a song comes on the radio and throws you right back to high school. Oh, don't even. Every time. Except, hopefully, less awkward than high school.
It's definitely less awkward, hopefully.
Yeah.
But it's that feeling, brings up all these associations. Think about a brand like, I don't know, Tesla.
Okay, Tesla. For me, I think sleek, futuristic, and then I think, did they really name it after that Tesla?
Right. But see, you have a reaction, whether it's good, bad, or just, you have an opinion.
Yeah.
And that's what shapes our choices way more than we realize.
Makes total sense, because I know I'm way more likely to go with a brand I already have a vibe for, even if it's subconscious. It's familiar. Okay, so what's benefit number 2?
Employee inspiration. This is where a strong brand goes beyond just the customers. It's like a rallying cry for the people who make the brand happen.
Oh, because who wants to just pump out widgets for some company, right?
No,
But feeling like you're part of something bigger, something with meaning, that's got to be motivating.
It's huge. The article talks about how that shared sense of purpose, that we're in this together feeling, it creates more engaged employees. People actually want to come to work and do their best.
And happier, more invested employees lead to better work, which helps the bottom line.
Exactly. Inspired employees equal inspired work, which means a healthier business overall. That's a win-win.
It's like that whole treat your employees right and they'll treat your customers right thing. But here it's about weaving the brand's values into the entire company culture.
100%.
Okay, on to benefit number 3. Trust. I feel like this one's big.
It's massive. And 95 Visual really hits home with this idea of trust being built over time.
It's not something that just happens overnight.
No, it's like drop by drop,
Really?
like building a friendship. One broken promise can totally shatter years of trust.
Ugh, tell me about it. I once ordered shoes online. They showed up 3 sizes too small. They fixed it and everything. But I've got to admit, I've never quite trusted them the same way again.
See, and that's why brands that really prioritize consistency, that deliver on their promises even when things go wrong, Those are the brands that build that unshakable trust.
The ones we go back to, even if they're not the cheapest option, because we know what to expect.
Exactly. That I know what I'm getting, feeling, that peace of mind is priceless.
It's like choosing a familiar meal at your favorite restaurant. Yeah, you could try something new, but sometimes you just want that guaranteed good experience.
Comfort food for your soul. And that trust, that naturally leads us to our fourth and final benefit, attracting new customers.
See, it all comes back around. You build a brand people can rely on, and they start singing your praises from the rooftops.
It's true. And let me tell you, that is way more powerful than any billboard or social media campaign. There's nothing better than authentic word-of-mouth marketing.
It's like that old Reese's Peanut Butter Cup commercial, you got your brand love in my everyday conversations.
Yes, and that organic growth, fueled by real people sharing real experiences. That's gold for any brand. Speaking of, 95 Visual keeps coming back to Apple in this article, and with good reason. They're kind of a branding powerhouse, wouldn't you say?
Oh, for sure. I feel like they've somehow made their products feel less like gadgets and more like part of your identity. But how did they do that? What is it about Apple? They've somehow managed to make their products feel less like gadgets and more like part of your identity. But how did they do that?
Apple, they're all about their core brand, right? Innovation, sleek design, easy to use. They nail it every time. Every single product, every ad, every time you walk into one of their stores is the same message. And most importantly, they actually deliver.
They don't just talk, they back it up. That's gotta be why people will stand in line for hours to get the newest iPhone, even if their old one works just fine. It's more than just a phone at that point.
It's that feeling, you know? You're part of something cool, something new.
Yeah.
Apple's got that anticipation down to a science.
They've created a brand that people want to be seen with. And everyone wants that, right? That's got to be the dream for any company, that level of customer loyalty where people are practically brand ambassadors.
It all goes back to trust, consistency, delivering what you promise. We've been talking about these big companies, but it got me thinking about something 95 Visual said. What about our own personal brands?
Whoa, okay, getting a little meta here. You're saying I'm not just a podcast host, I'm a brand.
You are. You're a brand. We all are, whether we realize it or not, you know. Think about it. What pops into your head when people hear your name? What are you known for?
Okay, this is making me rethink my whole answering work emails in my pajamas thing.
Listen, it's not about being perfect, just being aware. Remember how we were saying Apple has those core values? Well, we all have things about us, skills, experiences that make us stand out.
So I should probably swap out this old t-shirt for something a little more podcast host then.
Maybe. But really, it's about figuring out what those things are. Are you the creative one, the problem solver? What makes you, you?
It's not about pretending to be someone else. It's about being genuine and letting those strengths shine.
Exactly. And remember all those things we were talking about, like being consistent, communicating clearly, and following through on what you say you're going to do. Those matter for our own personal brands, too.
Wow, we went from logos to customer loyalty to building our own brands today. If I'm taking away one thing, it's that branding isn't just about marketing. It's bigger than that. It's about the entire experience.
Well said. It's a journey. We're always learning and getting better, and I think that's a good place to leave it for today.
It is. So to everyone listening, think about your own personal brand. What makes you unique? What do you want to be known for? It's worth thinking about. And hey, maybe this sparks your own deep dive. That's it for us this time. Catch you on the next deep dive.
Thanks for tuning in to the Business Ignite podcast, where we fuel your business growth and marketing success. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to rate and review us. It does help others find the show. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Business Ignite Podcast and share this episode with a friend. Keep the fire burning. And remember, your success is just one strategy away. Until next time, stay ignited.